fire. That's the beauty of this art, boxing. You've got to think about what made Roberto Duran so ferocious, you know, and you know where Aaron Pryor was from, and his hardship. It always will be hardship.
They go on, well, my youth club's closed down, or there's nothing to do. That was the biggest fly in the ointment, was there was nothing to do. That's all you heard from the children in the area.
Boxing makes me so happy, that's all I have to say.
I was based in Sands End for 7 years as a community support officer, and I noticed that most of the clubs and youth provisions were closing down due to government cutbacks. And the kids were like, you know, every time you came across them, you go, "What are you doing on the streets? You know, why are you not playing football or doing an activity?" They go on, "Well, my youth club's closed down, or there's nothing to do."
Right, this time we can start off with a jab, just a 1-2. Right, it's a 1-2. Roll.
So we thought, okay, let's try something. So we decided boxing as a route, because I was familiar to it as a child myself. From the backbone of the Sands Ends, we've gone into secondary schools. We're in a pupil referral unit, which is the Bridge Academy. You know, we're in council estates doing the doorstep boxing clubs, the Jabs project. You know, to see this putting pen to paper like 2 years ago, I never imagined it would be this big. I just thought it'd just be myself in a crummy old hall with a couple of bags and some kids, but no, it's amazing.
Projects like Sands End are really important for the community. They play a great part in integration as well. At our club we've got people from all walks of life over the borough that come together. It's great for the kids, it gets them off the street. It's also been great for adults. We've got a few lads who want to do it professionally.
I came one day about a year ago, a little more than that. Just kept, you know, the door open and I just took it. Because I was always like, even when I'm home, I'll be just watching boxing. Oh, I could do that. I know I could do that. If I commit myself, I could do that. And then I had that opportunity, I just ran with it. And now I'm here just training. It's done everything. I would probably say in the most part, it's kept me out of trouble.
We had 2 guys in the championships last year and got to the London finals, got beat on points. And then Bo, Tuvey, light middleweight, he's gone all the way and won us a national title, which is not bad after just over a year from starting the club. So we were well pleased with that, and yeah, it made everybody feel proud. And yeah, hands up to everybody who helped out, all the coaches, everyone included.
I actually got told to come here from youth offending, so yeah, it's part of my order. I enjoy it a lot. Like it's giving me something to do when I have nothing to do, and it's just fun. I think like when I finish everything, I think I'm like, gonna still carry on with it and still do it. Like it's like we all live close, so this is just like up the road for us, and like it's like it gives us all something to do, and like plus it's free.
Our boy's been coming here for about 4 months, Charlie. He really enjoys it. Since he's been coming, I can see a little bit of a change in his behaviour. He's more positive in himself. I think it's to do because I'm a single parent and he loves being around like male figures. And the staff here are excellent. I can't knock them at all.
My eldest son, Matthew, started boxing at Hurlem Chelsea School where he attends. And I was just going there, sitting there, and Richard actually said to me one day, "Why don't you join him?" So I took him up on the offer and I joined in, and then he asked me if I'd like to train as a coach, which I thought was a fantastic opportunity. Now I'm going on for my level 2, which I'm over the moon about, and yeah, it's fun, fantastic.
Spartans never retreat. Spartans never surrender.
Ready?
Haven't you seen 300? Yeah. 300 isn't a movie, it's a way of life.
When I was growing up, my mum and dad couldn't take me to football, but other people did, so...
Flip forward. Or leaning foot.
1, 2. Now I'm putting back in the community, you know? That's my... I feel that I hold the community that, you know, to be honest. 2 years, voluntary, yeah. You're learning all the time as well.
Okay, lock it on in the middle, 1, 2 in the middle.
Let's keep it going.
Down below,
1, 8, 7, 6. You know, we've asked him to sort of be patron of the club and also youth engagement ambassador for the Met Police, and he's accepted it, thank God. Thanks very much, George. We'd like you to present you with a brilliant back. Thank you very much.
I'm a detective in the Metropolitan Police. We don't get time to mix with the people that we're serving, so it's nice for them to realise that we are human too. We don't just, you know, turn up in cars and whisk people away. We've given talks on things like gang culture and knives, and then mix that in with boxing training so the kids are having fun as well and they listen.
Who's going to get arrested?
Just him.
He's the one who ends up in the back of the police wagon. Don't take things off your mates just to tuck into your bag, alright? Because it's you who's going to get nicked.
He's realised he's putting himself first. The most important person in that ring, when that bell goes, is you. Defence is a very, very important factor in boxing. Okay, it's my favourite subject. With the guy like Ramon, he's got to defend himself, hasn't he? So, okay, right, let's have another go, all right?
People would think it's a violent sport, and like punching people and that, but it's not. You know, it's like it's a noble art, and like obviously you're performing your skills of what you've been taught, like via like experienced people. So when you jump in the ring, it's like you're like in your front room, and obviously you see that adversary that's in the corner, like, and you're thinking, oh, he's in my room. What's he doing in my room? And he's thinking the same thing.
That's it.
But enjoy that. It's like my little gym at home. I just use the resources that I've got. My fingers from here. Lift myself up. Do that.
Matt's there, you know, in his tiny flat with his family, with a dream. And you know, so to make that dream a reality, really, he couldn't, you know, be in a better place.
It's just as crude as that. People running around with masks on, running around like for fun with a balaclava on and a knife in his hand. Yeah, it's just like that on this estate. People jumping off the blocks to kill themselves. Like Dougie, like my coach, he just tells me all the time, like, mate, I know you live on this estate and it's just crazy, but like, you gotta keep yourself contained. And he says, just imagine you got this little tin can and you just contain all your little problems in there, and everything that really gets you on your nerves and makes you really wound up, just keeping this little can. And when you get into that ring and you see that guy in front of you, you know, you just let a little burst out, like a little burst of it, and that's where you let your power go and you destroy him on that.
The number one thing boxing gives you is discipline. It took me a long time to get discipline. I mean, I was very disciplined at home, but outside the house I was totally rebellious to any kind of ruling or anything. Discipline is number one, yeah. If you've got discipline in your life, it helps you in loads of other areas.
It's not for everyone, yeah. It takes a lot of discipline. It's not for everyone.
Yeah, it does. But again, you have to love it. That's what it is.
You love it at the same time.
Yeah, as long as you love it at the same time, because you can't just want to do it because you don't love it.
The sport is full of life, and you discover a lot about yourself, and it's very emotional. It's a very emotional roller coaster. I've actually cried for a couple of days regarding a lost bout, but what I took from that is a life lesson. It's a life lesson I learned from it, and I feel I came back stronger. And that's how you do it in boxing, and that's how you should do it in life as well.
It's like the fact that, you know, the effort you put into the training, the sacrifice.
It's the effort. You did it alone. It's just, although the people around you are supporting you, you are the one doing the run. You are the one hitting the bag. You are the one in the ring sparring. You are the one. It's a very lonely sport in that sense. So when you go in, you're going in alone, and if you lose, it's very, very difficult to take in. It's very it's very emotional. It guaranteed every fighter who has lost a bout, guaranteed that they may have not shed tears in public, but definitely in private.
The way I see it, it's like a journey. You win some, lose some, but there's always some. You know, there's always that something that you still learn. You grab something. So it's like, I just think of it as a journey. So whatever happens, like I said, as long as I'm happy and I love boxing, my love for boxing is just there. As long as that love and passion is there, I'll keep doing it. Regardless if I win or lose.